Good morning, good evening, everyone joining from different parts of the globe. Welcome to day 95 of Stillness Beat. Omega Pyramid Dallas, PSSM Corporate, and Pyramid Valley International welcome you all to this program where we'll be joining every single day for 365 days for meditation, basically for meditation and for the wisdom sharing. So, friends, we'll be continuing today with the Thinking and Destiny book. And before we get into the wisdom part, let's begin the session with meditation. I invite Purneema ma'am to guide us into meditation.
Thank you, Sirisha, and thank you to all the organizers for inviting me here and having me here. So let us all start meditation. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. With your surroundings, make yourself comfortable, and with your own self on your chair or wherever you're sitting, be as comfortable as possible. If you're wearing specs, remove your specs, keep it aside, and gently close your eyes. Clasp your hands, and if you're sitting on a chair, then cross your feet. Now be with your normal, natural, easy, soft, tender, tranquil breath, my dear friends. There'll be a nice music. With the music, just be with your natural breath. Do not open your eyes until I say okay. Let us do some intense meditation now. Be as still as possible. Final 5 seconds, my dear friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly place your fingers on your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. You have done wonderful meditation. Over to Ms. Sirisha.
Thank you. Thank you, Purnima ma'am, for that wonderful meditation. So, friends, I hope everyone is coming out of meditation.
Please take your time. Drink some water.
Yes, that'll help. So, friends, so this is the Stillness Beat 365-day meditation program, as we all know. So this program is mainly dedicated for meditation practice. So each day we'll be doing daily practice followed by wisdom bite. On weekends, we will interact and we'll be having master classes. So I request all of you to join our WhatsApp uh, channel so that you will be getting regular updates and the snippets of the wisdom. Thank you, ma'am. So over to you, ma'am, to continue on our book.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sirisha. Yeah. Good morning and good evening to all of you once again. So I will be sharing a presentation. I hope the screen is clear. So before we go into the presentation, I would like to tell you some things. So this, as I told you yesterday, that this book is completely about the journey of our own self. Basically, he has explained everything about us, which we have never thought of or which we have never imagined. So all those things are coming up now. So here I would like to make a mention that in this whole book, he has mentioned about two aspects, whether it is within you or whether it is outside, whatever you are seeing. The two aspects are the nature and intelligence. So, which in Vedantic philosophy, this is called Prakriti and Purusha. So, we will be understanding it in a deeper way. So, basically, now with this presentation, I'll be explaining to you what our body is composed of and how our identity is always there, and the continuity of our identity is what is being explained here. So here we can understand that we are not the mere physical body which meets the eye in the mirror. We know how our body came into this world, but we don't know how we came. So we know how this was created, isn't it? So we came through our parents, but we don't know how we came. We suddenly entered somewhere. So we don't know that. So we have to know how we came. That's what he says. And we know about the material body, our body is composed of, but we are not conscious of what we are again. So this is he sometimes repeats many sentences so that we give importance to it, and we think on those points. If we ponder over each point of his, we get more and more insight. That's what I have found during the course of reading this book. So I would like all of you to make note of all this also. So I'll be giving a daily, every session I'll be giving a reflection, which can be either posted on the WhatsApp channel, or you can make a note of it. So whichever is convenient to you. So we are not subject to the laws that affect our body. So what are the laws? If you think over what are the laws that our body is subject to, and we are not. So what are the laws? So our body needs food. our body needs sleep and we need to always keep ourselves hydrated, isn't it? So we can't do without it. So these are some of the laws. This is just an example that I'm giving you, but these are some of the laws which our body is subject to, but our own true self doesn't need any of these. It can stay without sleep, it can stay without food, it can stay without anything outside. But our body needs that. We are a combination of a body and a greater system that's there. So we'll try to understand this. So it's a complete package, as you can see, like the physical and the subtle part. So we change our body like clothes in every life, but our identity is ever the same. So our identity remains the same always. So this, all of you must have known that we change our body like clothes every lifetime. So by now you should have got, you should have got enough knowledge, because many speakers and many people would have mentioned this, that we even in the Bhagavad Gita, this is mentioned that we keep changing our body like clothes. So when we ponder over these truths, we will come to understand that that is our identity, never had a beginning nor an end. So it is always beyond the most permanent thing that we can imagine. So our identity is ever the same. So our self is immortal and changeless, forever beyond the reach of the phenomena of change of time and death. See, as I told you, there is no change to our identity. We remain the same from our childhood to adulthood. Childhood, why I'm saying childhood? Because even before, when we are born, when we are infants, till the toddler period, we are not even aware of ourselves. We don't even know who we are. So that part is a little not very clear to us. So I think around 3 years, we get an awareness about ourselves. At least we know who we are. At least we know our gender. That's how it all starts. So yeah. So the identity that we are aware of, that is that distinct I-ness and selfness, which is clear as we feel, doesn't change throughout our lives, whereas everything else around us changes. So you can see the changelessness or the permanence of our identity. See, everything else around us changes. The physical body undergoes changes. We grow so physically, but other things also change, like situations changes. So we get into higher grades, we get a job, so and we get married. So everything else in our life changes, but we are ever the same. So we still don't clearly know what the conscious I is, but during waking hours, we are conscious. We are conscious now that we are this person. So, like, we carry a name, we have an identity. So we are conscious of that. We feel, think, and have desires. So always we have that feeling, we think, and always have desires as well. So we have different desires. Everyone has a set of desires. So, and we make decisions and direct our body to act towards the desires. So, whatever our desires are, we try to accomplish that. So, that is why we have each one has a set of desires. It might be anything from the highest to the lowest. So, usually, those people who are on the journey of the self have lower desires, lower physical desires. They have desires that are higher in nature, that pertains to knowing themselves and attaining Buddhahood. So that is the difference. So but all of us act towards our desires. So we make decisions and direct our body to act. We carry out our daily activities. Our activities are also directed towards that. So it is not just the body doing all this. So it just doesn't go, right? We think, we feel something inside us is the driving force. Just imagine ourselves as a car, like our physical body as a car, and the self as the driver. So our self is the driving force. So that is the one which is taking us to different places, to different activities in our daily life. So everything is that. So ourself. So that is the most important thing. And there is a conscious force behind all our actions, as I told you. So conscious force, it is conscious. We should understand that. Here, conscious is a very uh, widely used term in this whole book. So we have to keep understanding that the awareness, being conscious of something. So that is very important. This conscious something is called as self. So the self, exactly. So self, what is the self? Get to understand that. By thinking about ourselves so deeply, we get to know that we are the body bearing a name and a certain distinguished features, etc. That is conscious self in the body. So we are the conscious self in the body. The conscious self in the body is called the doer in the body in this whole book, like completely doer in the body is what he calls. This whole book is particularly concerned with doer in the body. So from now on, we can think of ourselves as the embodied doer. So everywhere this term is also used. So you have to get used to some of the terms in this book. So there are, like, as I told you, the Trinity or the triune self yesterday, and here comes the embodied doer. So we need to remember that embodied doer, because we have a body and we are also the doer, conscious doer. So that we have to understand. As you learn to think of yourself as an embodied doer, you will be taking an important step towards understanding the mysteries of yourself and of others. So, we are a great mystery by ourselves, so we need to understand it. We need to understand what the mysterious self is. See, every day we are able to accomplish new things. We are able to use our intelligence to the highest extent. Everything today is like artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence has come from something very supreme, that is ourselves. So we are able to create so much. So it's so creative, isn't it? So that creativity is there within us. It's just amazing to think that we have that power within us. So we need to understand that and understand it in a very, very technical and beautiful way, as Harold Percival has given us. So, I mean, he has, I think, explored this mystery, and maybe that knowledge has come to him. He has explored it and given it as a beautiful book. So, I really bow down to him and thank him for giving us this beautiful book. So, put in a nutshell, we are essentially the embodied doer. This book is concerned basically with the doer in the body or the embodied doer. So, we are aware of this physical world, including our body, through our senses or sense organs. This is the only means by which we are in touch with this world. Basically, the function happens through our sense organs. So, senses here are four in number. So, you will get also something I would like to tell you, mention here is like you will have to unlearn many things as we proceed with this book. So, there are many teachings which were given to us, but with regards to this book, it's a little different, a little out of the box. So we need to, but whatever reason he has given for each of his terms and his philosophy should ring within you, like it should check off a check box. There should be something which will put a green tick in your within yourself. Only then he says he's not the author, and you should have that discernment or the ability to understand whether this is the truth. If you feel this is the truth, then you can proceed with this, is what he has said. So he has been so neutral. So I found this very, very convincing. So every single reason that he has given for each of his um, concept has been very convincing to me. So senses are four in number, he says. Till now, we were understanding that there are five, like sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. But touch, he says, is not It's not related to the sense, but it is related to feeling, and feeling is related to something called as the intelligence, as I told you earlier. Intelligence. So feeling goes to the intelligence side, like the nature side. All the other four are connected to the nature side, but in feeling goes to the nature side. I mean intelligence side. So what I would like to tell you here is, like, even if you reason out, the eyes, the ears, and other four, that is other two, that is the senses which can be which are on the nature side, can be controlled. Like we can close our eyes, we can stop, we can put like noise cancellation, and we can close our ears. We need not taste anything, or we can stop, like we need not smell. So all that is in our control, but the feeling of touch is not in our control. Something is always touching our body. When we reason it out, it's so very apt. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like Percival has made it so very very clear. So touch is a feeling only. So feeling is related to the Purusha Tattva, that is the intelligence side. So there is no special organ. Skin as such is everywhere throughout our body, and he doesn't call skin as a sense organ. It is directly related to the feeling side. So if you ponder over this, you will also get to understand. So with one session, it's not easy for you to understand maybe, but if you ponder over these points, you will get to understand it, and it will become easy for you to grasp. So, yeah, we function by thinking, which is based on our feeling and desire. Feeling, desiring, and thinking manifest in our action. So we feel, we desire. So desire and feeling, it's interconnected. It's like something of the, I mean, two sides of the same coin. Like if we desire something, we feel that. If we feel something, we desire that. Like for example, if something is being cooked in our house and we get some smell, so immediately we have the feeling of eating it, right? So that feeling and immediately changes to desiring that, desiring to eat that. So feeling and desire is like, desiring is very interconnected. So we never know. We have to like put, it's a very thin line which demarcates feeling and desire. So we need to understand where we are feeling and where we are desiring. So it can be interconnected, and it can happen in any situation. Like we feel and we desire, or we desire and feel. It's happens every now and then. So it all manifests in our actions. So basically, all our thinking, he says, is uh, pertaining to our feeling and desiring only. And we are always in this world, so we are, our feeling and desiring pertains to this world. So that's what he says. And bodily activity is an expression and exteriorization of inner activity. So many masters have also said that. So bodily activity is an expression and exteriorization. So whatever we are doing, or whatever we are like, our actions are based on the inner activity, are basically our thinking. Here he says it's because of our thinking. So therefore, the physical body with its senses is an instrument, or individual nature machine. That's again a new term, individual nature machine. So it's a nature machine, the body. But it has something, and also the senses, but it has something more than that. So this acts as a perfect instrument. We have come here, we are experiencing this world because of our physical body and the senses. So senses are living beings or invisible units of nature matter. Senses are forces that permeate or pass through our entire structure of the physical body. So here again, there are some terms which I would like to explain. He says these are living beings, as in, like, he says the subtle part of it. Here it's the subtle part. Senses are living beings, he says. So something else is making this work. So invisible units. Units again is a term. It's not the units. Units usually in the scientific, the science which we have studied, the physical science that we have studied in our younger days is not, doesn't carry the same meaning here. So units usually means a set of, it is, units are used in the physical science terms, it's used for a measurement, as a measurement. But here units means the least or the indivisible part, meaning it is the basic nature of our everything, like basic nature. Unit is widely used again in this book. So you should understand that, the most indivisible part in the physical matter is atom. So atoms and molecules, right? So it's the same way here. He means unit means something that is indivisible in the subtle, or the other side, like the physical side and the see, this is called the manifested world. Physical world is called the manifested world, and the other side, or the subtle, or the astral, or the causal side of things, is called the unmanifested world. Okay, so you should understand this as well. So here he means, in the unmanifested world, units is the indivisible part. So those make up the senses, he says. The whole physical body as such is made by that, by the unmanifested side as well. So in that unmanifested side, units becomes the, it's something that can be like compared to atoms or molecules. So it comes to that. So in the unmanifested side. So if you have any doubts regarding this, definitely ask me. So it is, you need to ponder, you need to put my video on again and understand this probably. So you will get to understand this slowly. So I don't want to, that's why I keep my sessions short, so that you understand each point deeply. So senses are unintelligent but conscious or aware as they function. See, eyes, for example, eyes knows that it has to see, or the functions are so well programmed, right? So it is as such unintelligent, because it is on the nature side. Whatever is on the nature side is unintelligent, doesn't have the Purusha Tattva, okay, or the intelligent matter in it. So this is senses, or the physical, whatever we see physically is unintelligent, but conscious or aware only as their functions. So the eyes knows, the eyes is programmed in such a way that it has to function, it has to take the orders of the brain and create the image, or project the image, or see, and like sight is the greatest, um, so the greatest things, so many things happen, like from the brain, the orders have to be passed, so much happens, and then the image is created, and then we are able to see. So many processes happen before the sight happens. So the eyes in itself carry that. It has that ability to see. So that's what he says. So other senses as well, like the ears are programmed in such a way that we listen to things, we are able to hear things. So if you can see if you study study the ear, or if you get the anatomy of the ears or eyes, you will get to know how it is beautifully designed to do its function. So that's what he says here. Senses act as messengers of impressions between object of nature and the human machine we are operating. So, like he says, it is a messenger. See, from the outside world, everything is taken inside through the senses. So, Percival says senses are the ambassadors to our coat. So, our coat, there's a coat inside, that is the self's coat, basically our own self. And so senses are like messengers bringing back the information from outside. So that is the stimuli that's we receive from outside is through the senses. So our body and senses have no power or voluntary functioning. So this our body without the self is almost dead, isn't it? So you can see people in coma, or who are already dead. There's nothing happening inside. The self is out. So that's why the body and senses have no power of voluntary functioning. So it is like a glow through which we feel and act. Just imagine a pair of gloves, and the hand is the palm or the fingers are all the self. So it's acting like that. So therefore, the power is you, the operator, the conscious self, embodied doer. So what are we essentially? We are the embodied doer. Remember this. So friends, we have come to the reflection part. You can either take a screenshot or this can be noted down, and you have to ponder over all these points. So the key points are, we are not merely the physical body. The body changes, but the self or the I remains constant. So something within us never changes, and that is the I or the self. Our true identity is the conscious self within the body. The body and the senses function as instruments through which we experience the world. Thoughts, feelings, and desires guide our actions in life. Behind all activities is the conscious doer in the body. Realizing this helps us understand our deeper and changeless nature. I hope you understood all this. I'll stop sharing and take questions. And so basically, how was the session? Was it very intense, or how did you feel? Were you able to grasp the concepts?
Yeah, it's for me it is little intense, I would say. Yeah, we have to.
Even the basic things are a little difficult to grasp, a little difficult in the beginning, but as you get used to, you'll start understanding because the terms are new to you. That's the main point here. So, yeah, that's why I insist on keeping my sessions very short. So I don't give, there are umpteen number of concepts, like every single sentence has something much more than, like we have to keep reading, rereading. So if you want, I can repeat this whole session as well. Maybe sometime when, even without the YouTube live streaming, if you want to understand, I can do that for the benefit of all of you. So maybe that we can ponder over later on. Yeah. So any questions or?
Yes, friends, if you have any questions or if you want to raise your hand and ask your question, please feel free to raise your hand and or type your question in the chat box.
There's someone who's mentioned that they like the globe example very much. Yes, it's a very good example to understand how the senses work, senses and our self works. So
I see a question. It's say Sharda ma'am is asking
yeah,
what identity refer in this part when we are talking about identity.
okay. Identity is that which never changes. See, we are the same always. See, when we were about 3 years old, we were taught to tell our name. So when we become an adult, or we enter our old age also, we remain the same with the same name, right? We don't change our name. So the identity is that. Basically, for this lifetime, we are given a name. So that name continues. We don't become another person. So, and also identity has personality traits, like we carry a personality. We have a set of traits which make us unique. If we think of a comedian, in Bollywood or Hollywood, we immediately um, uh, tend to smile or laugh, isn't it? We know that person is going to make us laugh. So we know that. So we know that that person carries those personality traits. So just like that, we also carry some personality traits. Like if we think of someone, like someone who's very sunny, or very jovial in their attitude, as soon as they come, there's a vibe that is created of being jovial, or being happy. So that kind of a person, like for example, now I would like to tell you, like Patriji. When we think of Patriji, we'll think of immediately. I think of the dynamism and the energy that he carries. So when he comes in, it's a different vibe altogether. Till then, it would be like so dull and so very like very sober. But when he comes, it's like a complete lightning coming in and shaking the whole place. So something like that. So I would say that is the personality that each one of us carry, and that is very distinct each lifetime. So this lifetime we carry a set of those traits. Yes, Prithvi has raised her hand.
Yes, ma'am. It is really wonderful, and thank you for trying to simplify as much as possible. I know it's not easy at all. So I just wanted to understand one thing. You said our actions depend on the feeling and the desire that we carry, and
Yes.
every self will have different kind of desire. Like
Yes.
one will have a desire for enlightenment, and some will have physical desires. So what
Yes.
actually defines an individual's desire?
Yeah, so desires basically come from past lives. Basically, our past lives, whatever the vasanas that we carry, the nature we carry. So it comes from that. That it's not like just born this lifetime. It comes from a series of lifetimes that we have taken, and from that it is defined. So basically, if we are too much into the physical life and too much into physical desires, then it means our soul is in the infant or the baby level. Like as Peter Rich, there's a book called The Soul's Journey by Peter Richelieu, where he has mentioned about the levels of the soul. So we'll know, according to our desires, we will know where we are. So if we transform ourselves, we ponder over our own desires, we'll get to know that where it is all stemming from. So we will know it's not just this lifetime. So it comes from a series of other lifetimes. So basically, here Percival says that doer has 12 paths, which I'll be covering in the upcoming sessions. But the last parts, like 10, 11, and 12, we'll be always thinking of getting the enlightenment or getting self-realized. That will be the kind of desire. So it kind of sets a tone for each lifetime. Desires set the tone for each lifetime.
So you mean to say we the self will carry these imprints of desires?
Impressions, yes. These are called impressions. Every
Okay.
soul carries impressions. Impressions are formed through our thoughts and feelings. The feelings or the emotions that we carry, and those which are very intense, create the impressions. It's marked. It's marked on our breath form. I'll get to that point. Breath form, as in the soul. So soul carries the impressions.
Okay.
So he has brought everything to the causal state, like is every single, even the soul. So this term soul is so ambiguous and not very clear to us, right? So as of now, but he has come to the level of breaking that also, and telling us what exactly it is. So then you will understand where the impressions are getting stored, how it is carried through the lifetimes, how it is brought each lifetime. So it gets stored in a place. So all that I will explain to you.
Okay, ma'am. So you said the body is changing, but the self is not changing.
Yes.
So where does this desire placed between body and self?
It's a self. As of now, you should understand the self, because if I have to go into that, then it's a different topic altogether, because that he says that there's something called as the Aya. Aya is something that it's neither manifest or the unmanifest. It's something very subtle, like which holds our impressions. until we get a body. When we get a body, the ayah transfers these impressions to the breath form, that is the soul. So it's like held in a place. So all this is transferred and then comes to the body level. Of course, like after we take our birth, after we become an adult, all these impressions come and we direct our life accordingly. So it's so very technical, so very amazing. If you want the causal level of everything, you should read this book.
Okay, very clear, ma'am. So today's takeaway is that as a matter, we keep changing, but we need not identify ourselves with the changing aspect of ourself, but we need to start exploring the unchanging self, which is the higher consciousness, right?
Yes, the higher consciousness, or now particularly the doer in the body. We are the doer. Remember that, the embodied doer. Doer as in the third part, like the Trinity I told you, right? Knower and thinker. Yesterday I had explained knower, thinker, and doer. We are a combination of knower, thinker, and doer. So knower and thinker are in the realm of permanence, where we cannot see or we cannot like experience that as of now. But doer is always there, like the doer part is there. That's why he says like we have to be in connect with our knower and thinker. That happens through intuition, through premonition, through our meditation experiences. So thinker and knower keep speaking to us in these subtle states.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Very clear. Thank you.
Thank you, Prithvi.
Any questions? Any more questions? Anything can be asked with, yeah, Vishalji, please. Yes. Unmute yourself.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
I want to ask that I am meditating at morning hours, but
Okay.
do we meditate whenever we get time for 5 to 10 minutes in day, whenever, or it means 4 or 5 times?
Yes,
It
yes,
is
that will be very good. That will clear your mind every now and then. So it's good to meditate whenever you get time. You meditate. In fact, Patriji had even told us to do open-eyed meditation, like observing our breath even while we are doing something. It brings back awareness very quickly. So if you're cutting vegetables, if you observe your breath, you're back into that cutting vegetables totally. I've done that, experimented that. That's why I'm telling you. So observing the breath can happen anytime. And yeah, you can sit definitely. 5 to 10 minutes will help you in whichever situation you find yourself. Yes. Yes, sir. Any more?
it means if we are in office and if we
Yeah.
get time of 10 minutes or like that, can we meditate and then again we start our work, and if we again
Absolutely.
get some time, it is good, madam.
Very good. It's very good.
Thank you, madam.
That.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes, friends, any questions, please raise your hand. So, ma'am, I see there's one question asked by Amanpreet Singh.
Yeah.
Says yesterday in the meeting it was told that we should avoid garlic and mushroom. What
Yeah.
about onions? Should we avoid them too? And
What is that? I didn't get the clear. Garlic and mushroom should be avoided. What is the other thing?
onions. He says, what about onions? Should we avoid them too? And should we avoid them completely? Or we can have a little bit considering their health related properties.
See, onion is okay. It's not very detrimental to our mental activity or mind, basically. So you can have the onions, but see that it's all in moderation. Everything in moderation is good for us. Okay. So onion doesn't do anything to our mind directly. Garlic does. So there has been a lot of research done and found that it separates the lobes, the right and the left lobe of the brain. So yeah.
Got it, ma'am. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I don't see any more questions. Friends, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. I know this, the topic, what the book is little intense. Yeah, but still, if you have any questions regarding the words, has been
Yeah,
in the book.
exactly. So the words used, the term used is very important here. So if you have any doubts regarding it, I'm available to explain.
Yeah, and the video, the recording will be available in PMC English as well. So, the participants can go back and, view the video again and again to get the understanding. And we will have the series, of these sessions of this book every month. Yeah, I don't see any more questions, ma'am.
Okay, so if you want me to explain any more concepts, I can do that. But I just want you all to understand, just as Prithvi asked me about other like the Aya or the breath form. So these are some new terms again. So we need to understand it completely. So I can take this book in this space so that you understand it deeply. That's more important, is what I feel, that rather than me going with further with other concepts. So I feel your the participants feedback is very important, so that I will reframe or restructure my like the wisdom. So
Yeah, yes, ma'am. So, as we said, right, so we'll be having the series of sessions with Purnima ma'am every month. So, the concept, whatever the ma'am has spoken, it will be repetitive, like you will be coming across with the same words, terminologies again and again.
there is a question in the chat box, I think. There is a
Yeah, so yeah, difficulties you faced while doing long meditation and how you coped up. Can you please explain in detail, please? Yeah, so your journey they are asking, ma'am.
Yeah, so in the earlier days, I was really it was very difficult for me to sit for long hours. And with Patriji, we used to be, we cannot disobey him at the same time. And I used to see my family used to sit around saying long meditation. They were as if they were used to it. And I was young at that time and I didn't want to sit that long, because I used to get and I used to feel the energy fast, and I used to get up fast. So that's how I used to do meditation. But there were times when they used to make us sit for 2 hours. So that time I used to like be very patient and just sit. I never used to think. Though thoughts were coming at that time, but I didn't. I used to think, let me not think of this and just come back to my breath. So with that, I used to, I think, doze off also. There were times when I used to sleep off in meditation. So long hours, but as I aged and started getting older, I could sit for a long time. I think the earlier times I sat, so that was with patience, that was a training for me to sit as I became an adult. So that's how I did. So other difficulties, where there were many difficulties. I had lot of physical issues. I had in my around third month of meditation, I had kidney stones, and I could not pass urine the whole night. And what we did was, my parents and my sister, we sat around me in a triangle shape, and I was made to sit in the center, and we all meditated together. And in 1 hour, I passed urine, and everything got cleared, and the test reports came normal. So earlier it was like an emergency, almost like an emergency. So I really everything meditation has given me everything, health, And so even the understanding, I'm telling you, like even these concepts, understanding, you will get it with lot of meditation. So if you sit with that, if you really ask the light of the intelligence or Percival to help you with understanding, then definitely I think he will shower us with, the understanding, or Patriji, or whoever masters are there. So you just meditate, keep a thought of getting to understand these concepts easily. I think you would be able to understand. So, but there should be a quest for knowledge. There should be that deep quest. Deeply, you want to understand who you are. That depth will be proportionate to your understanding, is what I feel. And meditation, other than this, I have really, Patriji had trained me. Every 2 months, he used to come to Mysore. So we used to sit together and he used to make us meditate. So that energy also, I think I could, because of that energy, I could really go far. Many experiences I've got, which I'll share maybe through upcoming sessions. And yes,
Beautiful, ma'am.
there is a question, I guess, right?
Yes. So Vishalji is asking, is meditation solution for all problems?
Meditation's ultimate goal is to get intellect, the intellect or the buddhi. So other things are byproducts. Problems will get solved eventually. Whatever we have, see, all problems are because of our own thoughts, right? Previous thoughts. So problems were created for us to become strong. So we can't escape from the problem. So you sit with the problem. This time I'm telling you, everyone says, get over the problem fast. No, you sit with the problem. Problem will go. You become more powerful. Okay, problem should be kept under your feet always. So how do you do that? You sit with the problem. Nothing will happen to you as such. The real self. When you start understanding your real self, nothing else will bother you. Nothing around you or problems or whatever, nothing will bother you. Not, neither people nor problems are going to bother you. You will become more and more strong. So sit with the problem, let it, you will get the solution in the course of time as you sit with it. So it will become less powerful. There is a question. I feel my energy is getting dropped, stressed. Yeah, there are many situations where we tend to tend to feel low after interacting with certain people. But that apart, we are loving beings. We cannot negate people. So in this book, especially, we'll get to understand the conscious sameness, meaning we are all the same. So we are all bundle of love. So whether we lose energy, you can gain back energy. You might lose at that time with that person, but you know the tool to get back energy, right? You sit in meditation, you get back energy, interact with that person lovingly. Try to make every relationship memorable, because we are not going to stay here forever. This is such a short life. We just do our part and depart. So that part should be very, very memorable to you and to the other person. I know there are different peoples, weird, not weird, very different kinds of people. But you set the tone for yourself. You be loving. You understand that we are all one. So nothing's going to affect you.
Beautiful, ma'am. Beautifully said. Thank you, ma'am.
This the ultimate thing that we're going to understand. Like here, as we proceed to the through the book, he says everything is conscious sameness. Everyone, that is love. Conscious sameness means love. That's what he says. So we have to understand that we are all one always. Anything that comes in that we are not. Anything that comes in that is not true. Is not spirituality. Spirituality is beyond that, beyond anything that comes in way of understanding that we are one.
Yeah. So I see one more question from Amarpreet Singh.
Yeah.
Let me read it out. Yeah, while meditating, I experience sharp itching, body moving in a circular motion. This happened when I started meditating over 30 minutes at a stretch. Did you experience these things? How you coped up?
Yes, I had lot of itching. Earlier days, I used to have itching a lot. I used to feel as if some ant was passing and then it used to bite me or something. I used to feel that weird feeling, but I never used to open my eyes or do anything about it. And this is called the second experience. Second as in it's called Kayanupasana, meaning something related to your body. So, in Kayanupasana, what happens is these things will affect you. Like some barrier comes to your meditation, but you should you should be patient, and that patience is called titiksha. The titiksha is titiksha, that is patience in meditation, and this term was coined by Lord Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya. So it's a beautiful word, titiksha. So we have to be patient with ourselves in meditation. After some time, it will just vanish. So just be with that.
Right, yeah. So I hope that has been clear. Yes,
Yes.
thank you. Yeah, I don't see any more questions, ma'am.
Yeah.
Vishal,
Yes.
and yeah. Yes, sir.
Sometimes I feel very sleepy when I do meditate at daytime.
Okay.
Why it is, and I am always, if I meditate for some time, 5 or 10 minutes, I will get this ऐसे मतलब डकार आती है ऐसा in Hindi.
Okay. So you feel a little this thing. Like I didn't get that. I didn't get what is that in Hindi he said.
Verbs, Vishalji.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all natural. Whatever your body needs, meditation will give. First, it gives you the attention to your own body, which we ourselves haven't given. Our meditation will give us that. So if you need sleep, you will get sleep. So if you need sleep, you get sleep, then you have to sleep in meditation, and that's called yoga nidra. Okay, so that it's
So it
important.
means
But I always advise people to sleep well, 8 hours, and then do meditation, because meditation is directed towards real observation of breath. Basically,
it means I
yes,
am understanding that if we meditate, it purify our body first, then it
yes,
goes to our soul.
yes.
This
It will
this is
attend to
this type
your
of
body
procedure.
first. You are right.
Yeah. That's why we get sleepy. It means that is also purifying our body.
Yes,
If we get
100%.
this,
But you also put an effort. Like what I'm trying to say is, don't give meditation the whole. Our meditation should not be completely being asleep, right? We should try to also focus on our meditation. Goal is to be thought free. So if you sleep well, if you get that rest, then your meditation also will become better. Okay, so
yes.
initial days, these are common, like sleeping and then your body getting healed. All this is very common. So just go with the. How long have you been meditating, sir? Now?
I'm meditating for 40 minutes, madam.
No, the number of days. How many days have you
20 days.
been?
20 days. I started before 20 days, I think.
Okay. So
Approximately.
continue it.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Vishalji.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
Garlic. Okay, there's a question. As far as I researched till date, I have not. Yes. So garlic, actually, Ramana Maharshi has told about garlic. If at all I get somewhere it's recorded. So if I get some video or source of that, then I'll give it to you. Okay. So Ramana Maharshi has mentioned that garlic should be avoided for a person who is on the journey of the self. Yes.
Got it. Yeah, so
I see there are many new meditators here. I'm so happy for them. So
that's true. So, like most of us, like or like a mix of people, participants here. So new meditators and long term. Yes, there are. Yes. So I don't see any more questions, ma'am. We'll conclude the session.
yeah.
Thank you, Purnima ma'am, for coming here and sharing your insights about the book. And we love to see you again every month, talking with you, ma'am. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Sirisha and Prithvi. And friends, do remember these points. Day one's reflection and day two reflection. If possible, I'll try to send it to you. So just keep in mind, do this and see you a month later.
Yes, yes, ma'am. So, friends, we'll conclude the session here. Thank you all for your wonderful participation today. And we'll see you all tomorrow at the same time. Until then, have a great day ahead. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.